What a sight. What a wonderful sight. It just feels like the clouds have cleared above New Zealand rugby. The sunshine is out. The All Blacks through to the World Cup final early on today, and now the NPC final between two such deserving teams. Chloe Swanson brings the ball out. Her favourite player, Josh Lord, under a little bit of a cloud he was for this game. He's got a bit of a dicky shoulder, but they just couldn't get the jersey off him. Angus Maybe is our referee. Stu Curran and Mike Winter, his assistants. Aaron Patterson, the TMO, but a deserved accolade too for Angus Maybe. To take control of his first top division final. The win predictor favours the home team. Hawke's Bay will have other ideas.
Here we go, boys.
Hawke's Bay won the toss. Taranaki kick-off. And we're underway in the final. And what great work from the kick-off. Daniel Runa, whose power in the middle of that Taranaki backline has been instrumental. And he was the man who got up to put pressure on. And so they go to McClutchie for the clearing kick. Not going to find touch. And in bright sunshine, Stephen Pedalfeta racing forward through the first line of defence and the second. Cut down by Josh Kaifar, but he's got Taranaki right on the front foot. Jacob finds Slater outside him, and the hooker sets it up. Perfect field position here. Jacob looking to step back on the inside. Squirts out for Adam Lennox. Tackled around the ankles by his opposite number, Brad Weber, but it's there. And Taranaki's Slater clears it away to Tom Franklin. What a story his season has been. Lennox away to the right. Boshier was there. Jacob, little shot of the ball and a half break, and he's got it away on the outside, and Dingley's in. What a start for the home team, Taranaki.
What a start, all right. We've seen it so often in this NPC final series. All the teams in the quarters and the semis have taken a little while just to warm into it. Well, Taranaki have got stuck in straight away from the kickoff. Daniel Runa put a hit on Devin Flanders. Here was a break here from Stephen Pedalfeta. Maybe a little bit of interference from Tom Florence, but it doesn't matter. They won't go back to check it. Good work up the field from Taranaki. They'll go right. A little stutter step from Jacob. He finds himself way through. And Grinley, sorry, what a great start for Taranaki.
Yeah, and it was from that kick not finding touch, but it was right at the end here, not sure what to do. Jacob coming through, and what a ball as he's going down. And Mahana Grinley, look at that. What a way to start. The crowd is going wild here. They are in behind Hawke's Bay.
Well, he'll get a new blazer. Sorry. He'll get a new blazer after this game. His blazer game, and what a way to start. And this young man here, that instinctive brilliance just to hang on to the ball and confuse the defence before releasing the scoring pass. Jacob with the conversion, it is over. And Taranaki lead Hawke's Bay by 7-0 and just 2.5 minutes gone.
Josh Jacob, a special player, speaking to him last week in the post-match, he said he just doesn't want to let his team down, and you can see he was man of the match last week, and look at his efforts here, setting up the first try for the NPC final.
There's Josh Lord. A bit of a cloud during the week, but he wasn't going to miss this. Peter Gassoa Kula. Crowd absolutely fizzing here. Bit of action off the ball. Here is Lord looking to offload. Eventually taking it to ground. Lennox away on the right. Little chip kick through from Pedalfeta, and it's a beauty. Well, that kick is going to go out on the full. Ratu Maitavuki Neekins, we know he can do extraordinary things. Didn't quite nail that one, but at the moment, all the moves are coming from Taranaki.
On you all day. On you all day, that's the gap, boys.
It's great work there for Pedalfeta. I like the way he's really maturing as a footballer, taking the pressure off that young 9-10 combo, doing all of those shots and putting Taranaki in a good position here.
Tyrone Thompson finds Devin Flanders, first line-out win of the day. Sapsford in at first receiver. And What can Hawke's Bay do now by way of response? Thompson has shown brute power with his ball carrying, and they're in an advantage situation here, Hawke's Bay. See if they can make it. Flanders taking it to ground just short of the 10. Carry for the skipper. Webber swings it away through the hand of McClutchy. Little inside ball to Greg. Talking of power runners. Webber snatches it out. Pody Rakete Stone spinning out of the tackle of Jared Prophet. Nothing really happening. They'll come back for the penalty.
Yeah.
That was for Peter Gus Sorokula.
Well,
okay, so it was the tackler. So Peter Gus looked okay at the time, but it was the tackler not rolling. Now Taranaki attacked the ruck time against Canterbury last week in the semi-final. Were very successful there. You would have thought Hawke's Bay would have done a lot of work with their clean out. I have noticed a lot of the Hawke's Bay carriers, Isaac, very isolated. It's taken a couple of seconds before the cleaner gets there, so that won't work out well for them if they don't fix that up.
No, they're probably carrying the ball a little bit high there as well, and enabling Taranaki to get in and be a bit mischievous around that rack time. They'll need to certain that. But what I did like about that passage of play, you know, 5 minutes in now, most players have touched the ball. They've got to clean, they've got to carry, their nerves have settled. And when you go down 7-0 early, to hopefully come to 7-3 here, which is an important kick, it negates that bad start to an extent.
Well, come what may, Lincoln McClutchy will end the season as the top point scorer in the Bunnings NPC for 2023. Chance for him. Just a little settler here for Hawke's Bay after a rugged start. And a little reminder of where he is in the world. And a roar as the kick misses. Perofeta brings it out. Well, they're full of running here, Taranaki. They're playing with such confidence. Here's Naholo. Losing the ball in contact, though. There were support players. Oh, coming through Franklin. Thought he had an intercept for a moment, but of course, the ball had been lost forward in contact by Kini Naholo. But the intent of this Taranaki team there for all to see as Perofeta ran it out from his goal line.
Well, it is outstanding intent as well. Missed penalty for Hawke's Bay, but Taranaki have been doing this all year. I wondered if that's one of the reasons Hawke's Bay are kicking a little bit shorter as well, because it sort of forces them to carry as they can't kick outside the 22. Now, there would be a little bit of worry for Kini Naholo in the quarterfinals. He went down, had to go off. In the semi-finals, he battled his way through that. Now his first carry of the final, he stayed down and is receiving a little bit of attention.
Yeah, he just got his right knee held in the tackle there as he rolled, and he's clutching out his medial side of his leg, the inside, so hopefully there's no damage. He looks like he's going to keep going. It'll be one to watch closely though, and it could be a big factor if he cannot play on after 5 minutes.
That Taranaki back three, you've got a bit of everything, haven't you? You've got power, you've got pace, you've got the guile of Stephen Perofeta. And at the moment, you've got a desire for Taranaki to play it hard, to take the game straight at Hawke's Bay.
You've seen it with Stephen Perofeta. He only came back a couple of weeks ago. He'd injured his shoulder. Josh Lord as well. Only 3 or 4 weeks ago, he came back into the Taranaki side. Both of them have had an immediate effect with the quality they bring to the Taranaki side. You can just see that with Stephen Perofeta's carry and pass to Kini Naholo.
Once we're set.
So some repairs
and wait for
Kini Naholo. We do have another very dangerous player in Veroniki Tikoi Solomone in reserve, but Naholo is an electrifying player. First all North Island final since 2007. And I have to say, Kane, it's a final that there's a lot of nods of approval around the country. I think people like the fact that you've got two real, genuine provincial teams playing it.
I think just a lot of people are sick of seeing Canterbury's name.
Oh boy.
No one knows who that province is in the North Island. Forget about them. You'll stay away, keep that name away. And this is what it's all about. Look at that. The rural teams getting in. The Magpies against the Bulls.
Kane just made himself a whole lot of new friends in the South Island. But Hawke's Bay Again, trying to get some points on the board. Jonah Lowe with the run into the middle of the park. There for Webber. Has a look away to his right. McClutch is in at Greg, who's direct, hard running. Been a real feature of Hawke's Bay this year. Rakete Stones, now McClutchy. Wanted to pass, but Hawke's Bay had got it really quickly on the outside. Now they go back to the left. Lower's there and Flanders. Kaifa now ridden to the ground. Slater and Florence on the tackle. Now a little pick and go from Thompson. Flick one out the back. A little bit awkward and hacked through by Taranaki. Picked up by Florence. The offload on the inside. Here's Rona. Boshier right there. In fact, it's Slater who's right there in support. They whip it away to the right, then the left. Jacob numbers away to the left. Lord from a knee. Solakula with the ball in one hand. Peter Gus chucks it out the back door, and somehow Grindley keeps it in play. Spectacular rugby again from Taranaki, and the goal line is just 7 or 8 metres away. Jacob now into the centre of the park they go. Lennox switches it back the other way. Here's the try scorer, Grindley.
Ball's available.
Adam Lennox to dig it out. Plenty of options away to his right. Picks out Franklin. Now a little run. Put on the ground. But the ball's still there.
Down is good.
Brad Weber, he almost pinched that. The ball was out. He just didn't quite pick it up. Otherwise, who knows what might have happened. But it's going to be a scrum Taranaki in prime real estate.
Great work from Taranaki. They just pounce on the loose ball. This time it's through Daniel Runa. Florence picks it up and the offloads start to flow for Taranaki. There was obviously one close to the line, nearly went out. But Taranaki just keeps stringing faces together, keep putting pressure on, and it just shows the quality of both sides, that if there's any loose ball on the ground, you can pounce on it. Hawke's Bay got the chance, but just an unfortunate drop through Brad Weber. So Taranaki with the feed midfield scrum, very hard to defend.
Sit.
Taranaki scrum been pretty solid all year. Rona away on the left, little show of the ball. And a ruck just 10 metres from the line. Caleb Boshier twisting out of tackles. Peter Gasor-Kula drives towards the line, just short. Lennox can see it. No, he leaves it to have a go. I think the ball's been lost. Nahulu got in there. They take it away to the left. Jacob pops it up. Rona is in. Second try, Taranaki.
I wonder if they'll check.
Oh, they are checking. They're winding that back. Aaron Patterson beside me will be close. It looks like he lost control, whether it went forward or not. From Nahulu, we'll soon see, Kane. Yeah,
It looked like Kini Nahulu off the pickup possibly scored. If not, though, this is an outstanding start from Taranaki. Hawke's Bay have had their chances. They haven't quite found them. Both assistant referees have found themselves under the post, so there's no official check coming at the moment unless you've got anything, Isaac.
Oh, they've been looking at it frantically, but they're not giving any communications. It seems to think they're all right. We'll see here in a minute. Oh, Lennox was wanting it as well, but he didn't give it, so...
Well, yeah. I've also noticed Angus maybe has stopped Jacob from taking the kick.
He's lost that, hasn't he? Or has he?
I don't know if it's gone forward, though, guys.
Happy? Right, yeah, away you go.
No.
Saying he's lost control, but he's not. The ball is not propelled forward, and he's retained it. He has to hit the ground or hit another player and go forward. Unfortunately for Hawke's Bay, it's just a bit unlucky there.
It kind of rolled backward, didn't it? As he lunged forward. So they've had a check. Satisfied there was no knock on, and so the try stands. And the two Taranaki midfield backs, Mehana Grindley and Daniel Rona, a try each. And Taranaki continue this storming start. Hush over the ground as the 22-year-old going out of the Inglewood club. Hooks has kicked it away to the left, but he had a hand in the try, couldn't convert it. It's 12-0 Taranaki.
As you see there, look at that skills again. Great little pass on the outside from Jacob, but what we probably haven't noticed so far is that wind. It is quite high. Didn't allow for it there, Jacob, but it's going to play a factor in this match, and Taranaki are playing into it.
McClutchie sends it down inside the 22. And again, keeping ball in hand, keeping it moving. No thought to kicking, and playing with such confidence. Perofeta gets it away to Grindley. He loses it in contact. And so Hawke's Bay are going to get a line out to launch about 25 metres from the goal line.
Yeah, interesting option there, Kane. It was knocked forward into a Taranaki player, accidental offside, then went out. Would they get the option there? I thought they might have gone to a line out if they did get the option.
Yeah, well, I guess it's just part of maybe how Hawke's Bay have decided to attack this final in terms of going for scrum time. It has been a strength for them, but the important thing here is this is the first chance for Hawke's Bay to really fire a shot. I know they did get a penalty about 40 metres out.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Hawke's Bay trying to apply some pressure, but Taranaki respond low at first. Receiver almost got through. Desperate tackle made by Lennox. Now they get it wide. And here is Mikaeli Tu'u, but he's been knocked down in the corner by Kenny Naholo. A try saver.
Okay, let's check it.
Well, we just spoke about it. It's their first real shot.
No try. Believe it's lost.
And fire a shot they did. Set piece move. They went left. Brad Weber swings it straight back right.
Coming to you.
Marino,
Look, we believe he has knocked it on, but we just want to confirm. So on-field decision is no try. So if we can confirm that and then the restart.
So there's a couple of things to check for Aaron Peterson. It was a great set-piece move from Hawke's Bay and outstanding defence from Kenny Naholo. He's been very good, started very well. So we'll watch his left foot, and that's clearly out. No try. Outstanding from Kenny Naholo.
Oh, if there's any doubt about his knee, he has just come from a mile away to stop that try.
No try,
and that
line out, goal ball.
Is a great effort from Kenny Naholo.
Well, the reason they wanted to check because they felt that the ball had been lost in the in goal, but
Good there,
I have to say at first look to me it did seem
Boys,
like
we
he'd
don't
gone
need him.
into
He's out of
touch,
play.
and
Let's
so
go.
it proved that's a tremendous piece of defence from Kenny Naholo
Time's
to
back
deny
on.
the flying Marino Mikaeli Tu'u. Over the top to Peter Gus, bashing into Kaipa. Might have enjoyed that. And back to Jacob. That's taken a touch, that has. And so it's put all the Taranaki players on side, ball dribbling towards the touchline. Now Lulangi Visinia involved really for the first time in the game. Taranaki lead by 12, but here come Hawke's Bay. Greg wrapped up nicely though by Tom Franklin. There for Weber, sweeps it away. Kaipa, McClutchie quickly on. Now the step from Lowe. He's taken in the tackle by Josh Lord. Thompson. Now Weber away. Kaipa to the 10-metre mark. Quickly, and Weber wants to keep the game going, wants to keep the momentum. As Jeff Cridge goes to ground on the 10. Hands. Weber again. Thompson quickly through the hands. Greg. Slater trying to affect the turnover, but Hawke's Bay building. Phase count up towards double figures now. Through the hands, McClutchie. Just a little hesitation there.
Tackle!
Trying to get on the outside, but he's well wrapped up.
Ball's here, it's available.
Weber sends it away to his cap, Parsons. Thompson. Ruben O'Neill wraps him up, so they take it back to the left. Chase Tiatia. Well, if anyone can come up with a moment of magic to get Hawke's Bay going, it's him. A good strong carry from Cridge. A little untidy. Greg does what he always does, just hurls himself at the opposition. Now pick and go from Devon Flanders. Thompson again. Standing strongly And getting it away to Kaipa. Naholo making another tackle, going and trying to win the turnover. But now they're off their feet, so they have to let it go. Thompson yet again. Really challenges that defensive line. McClutchie. Greg now. A short ball away. Tia into a half gap that closed pretty quickly. Now a good carry from Parsons into the 22. Go Hawke's Bay. His locking partner, Cridge. How good those two have been this season. Vissinia, strong tackle by Franklin. Having to be patient. They've gone 20 phases. Have Hawke's Bay. You can see how quickly Atu Maitavuki Neepkins got up to make that tackle. Rakete Stones. Florence making the tackle. Weber. Well, who's going to crack? Prolonged period on attack from Hawke's Bay. Numbers stacking up on the left. Little chip through from Tia. Perofeta goes back. And, yeah, he didn't take it cleanly. So the movement comes to an end. Perofeta diving on the ball, but Hawke's Bay will get the scrum feed, and they'll only be about 12 metres from the line.
Well, it's a good build-up and the wash-up from the All Blacks Ireland game. Test centre for Ireland, Shane Horgan said you can tell if a team is up for a game by how they ruck. And there are some small differences that Hawke's Bay need to tidy up just a little bit. They are slightly late. Oftentimes if a knee or a hip or a shoulder of your carrier hits the ground and you're not cleaning, you're often too late, so Taranaki putting on a lot of pressure there. But the other issue too is if you're not on early enough, you don't get to clean out a Taranaki player, so you always have 15 of them on their feet defending you. You can see that's why they could defend it so well. So if they can make a couple of changes, their attack's going to flow a little bit easier. Still a great passage of play.
Yeah, and those options taking Kane off that. The wingers getting high, they're spooking them, they're shutting them down, and their ruck's a little slow, so they can't get them on that second phase. That option for the kick and behind, I think there's more of that from Tia, and he's finally seen it. So the next few phases, the next 20 minutes, might see a little bit more of that kicking behind those wingers from Hawke's Bay.
Now that's incredible. Hawke's Bay have not won on the other side of the island since 1972. Flanders off the back of the scrum. Strong carry to within a couple of metres of the goal line. There it is for Weber. Morona trying to contest, and I think he's done that successfully. No, ball coming back on the Hawke's Bay side. Here's Greg. He's close. Thompson now left it behind, and it's been knocked on.
They say you've got to win the moments. There's been two, one by the Taranaki defence, the tackle from Kini Naholo a little bit earlier in that passage of play as well. You can see why Hawke's Bay are going to scrum. Their scrum's very solid, and their launches off the back of it are very excellent as well. Brad Weber puts his forwards to work. Tyrone Thompson, he set up a try last week, but this time some pressure from Kalen Bosch here, he drops it.
It didn't quite look like he had it in his hand. It might have been a boot, it might have been Tom Florence with a slight hand in there, but he's gone and he's dropped it behind him. But they are winning those moments at the moment, Taranaki are, and although Hawke's Bay are throwing everything at them, they just can't break through.
Sit!
Adam Lennox.
Let's use it.
Front rows went down, but as we've seen quite a lot in this NPC, the referee's quite prepared. If the ball's available, let's just get on with the game, not reset it. Perofeta puts it out on the 22.
Tough clearance there on that side, as you see the mountain on the background. But it was a great little quick clearance there from Perofeta. Ian taking the senior leadership there amongst the young 9 and 10 of Lennox and Jacob for Taranaki.
Just has to be one of the most magnificent settings in world rugby on a day like this. Weber, nice ball away to Flanders, making progress, busting through a couple of tackles before he's stopped by Ratu Maitavuki Neepkins. Thompson, who's so hungry for the ball. McClutchie, Greg quickly on. Vissinia trying to step through. Franklin making yet another tackle. Thompson tipped up in the tackle by Ruben O'Neill. They go to the left, and Mikaeli Tu'u Webber's pass away to McClutchie. Greg we're looming up outside him, but had to take it into contact. Kuiper. Oh boy, that was Slater. He's absolutely nailed him. Punishing defence from Taranaki, but Hawke's Bay still have the ball. Webber pops a nice ball up for Cridge. Now away to the left, and Mikaeli Tu'u jumping in to clear it away, this time putting a bit of width on it. Tiatia stepping back, but stopped by Adam Lennox. Again, they probe the left through McClutchie. Tiatia has to go in and play halfback. Rakiti Stones floats the ball behind him, and it's picked up by Josh Kuiper. Webber wants it. Looking away to the short side. They go open. Rakiti Stones. Thompson. Mikaeli Tu'u, quick ball on to Cridge. Taranaki's defence is asking, is having questions asked of it, and coming up with answers at the moment. Hints.
Last week goal.
Mikaeli Tu'u. Another prolonged build-up from Hawke's Bay. Parsons, no progress for him. Kuiper wants to have a go. Edging towards the line, someone's lost a boot. Now Webber swings it to the left. Vissinia smashing through the tackle of Josh Jacob, and in for the try. Hawke's Bay on the board. Some reward for 2 prolonged periods on attack.
Yeah, multiple phases from Hawke's Bay. Outstanding defence from Taranaki as well. And just after phase after phase after phase, it took its toll. And Taranaki have finally cracked. Lolangi Vissinia hasn't featured as much in the game as a Hawke's Bay fan might like him to. But this time when he gets his chance, powers himself over.
Yeah, you can see him off the ball trying to get involved. It just hasn't gone his way so far. And the one opportunity he has got, he's run over the top of young Jacob, giving him the old Nohomuko, sit down, son, I'm coming through. And look at that, he gets them right back into it at an important stage of the match. Starting to show a bit of progress now, Hawke's Bay. They'll build on this.
Well, the first went 20-plus phases, no reward for it, but that time they just stuck to the task, and in the end, another steamrolling effort from Lolangi Vissinia. Josh Jacob just wasn't set right for the tackle, and so McClutchie can close it up to a 5-point game. In from touch. It's good, and it's 12-7.
Yeah, as we see there, that spooky defense flying up to try and scare them again, and this time they made them pay Taranaki. There's actually a few gaps around that ruck. I'd like to see Brad Webber have a little bit of a dart now and then, put them under pressure on the fringes.
The restart finds Jeff Cridge.
Mess now.
What are Hawke's Bay going to do? Looks like they'll go for touch. Will give us an opportunity. No, the kick's been charged. Rolls into the end goal. And Vissinia gets a powerful kick away, but it hasn't gone into touch. Kini Naholo has it. Ratu Maitavuki Neekins ranging up on his left. Takes it into contact on the 22. Adam Lennox, Pedal Feta now, and Peter Gus Suakula, strong carry right over the top of Kuiper. Now Franklin. So Taranaki have it on the 22. Nice pass away by Jared Prophet.
Not held.
And able to gain another couple of metres there was Brad Slater. Suakula. Tackle made by his opposite, Flanders. They go away to the right. They just keep building. Asking questions, waiting for the opening. Pedal Feta.
Tackle release.
He goes to ground. It's there. for Adam Lennox. Now Lord. Lennox wants quick ball. Franklin. Ball on the inside. Referee says wasn't lost for Rona. Sends it away on his right. Jacob. Now Perofeta starts to bring it forward again. Grindley getting close to the touchline. And it's a penalty. It's a penalty to Taranaki. Gives us an opportunity to go down and get a word from Tehorangi Walden. Hey, what's your view? The first, 26 minutes of the game, Taranaki made a great start, but Hawke's Bay coming back strongly at you.
Yeah, it's exactly what we planned during the week. Both teams are here. They've turned up on a beautiful day in Taranaki, so it's a game of patience at the moment. Both teams are willing to hold on to the ball, and it's forcing the other team to defend for long phases. So, yeah, it's tough out there.
Tell us about the build-up and what it must feel like to be playing in front of this crowd on such a great day for the game here in Aotearoa.
Yeah, how good. The weather's done us a favour, turned it on for a home final, and you can't ask for much more as a player to be home in front of your own fans. And a lot of our season we've been playing our footy for our province, so hopefully today we can do a job and celebrate as a province. And finally, what are the keys, do you think, that'll get you over the line here today? Oh, we've talked massively all week around staying on. Hawke's Bay are an awesome team. As you've seen all season, they've got a lethal backline. They offload, they throw the ball around. So I guess the difference is just about staying on, taking our opportunities when we get them, and I think defence is going to be the winner on the day, so boys are going to front up.
Kia ora, Tehorangi Walden, Ngamihi Nui. Hawke's Bay take it down for the line-out, but they've lost it. Now Hawke's Bay breaking out. Well, some great work down the short side, and it continues through Brad Weber. Perofeta manages to get away from Satsford, though, and now Grindley sets off down the middle. Hawke's Bay have got numbers, though. Thompson's there. They've won the turnover. And so, under pressure one moment, applying the blowtorch the next. Here's Lowe. Pops the ball on the inside. The continuity of both teams has been excellent. Rakati Stone setting it just inside the 22. Referee has the arm out to Hawke's Bay. It's a penalty. They were offside. Well, they were coming under pressure, but they lost control of the ball, and what a breakout it was from Hawke's Bay.
It was great. Taranaki turned down the three, decided to go more time. It twisted around the corner, it popped out. Hawke's Bay made their way down the field. Now the penalty came about because someone whacked Brad Weber's hands, but even when he kicked that ball through a little bit earlier, I thought he was taken off the ball. But Taranaki down the other end of the field, they were faced with this option, go for the points or go for the kill at maul time. They took the maul. Hawke's Bay have done the same.
Oh, and how momentum swings just like that in the match. But number 7, Josh Kaifa, has come off on for an HIA, and you would have seen Sam Smith's come on. So hopefully Josh Kaifa's been getting through a power of work. Hopefully he'll pass his HIA.
And Smith involved. There's the two locks again, Parsons and Cridge. That really got the breakout going, and now they win the line out. Thompson sends it away low. Stop just 5 short. Hawke's Bay making a bid to get back on level terms.
Step goal, 7! Step!
Rakati Stones over the ball, but they send it one wide. Mikaeli Tu'u is there. Coming for Brad Weber. Play shaping up away to his right. McClutchy tries to get on the outside. Ball in the air, and Bosia is there. Now, what does the referee say here? Ball over the touchline.
5-metre scrum, carried back.
Yeah, he's got a 5-metre scrum here to Hawke's Bay.
Knocked back by Gold, and then taken back.
I wondered too, the work from Kirina Holo. Here they go, spinning it wide. You won't catch it from this angle, but that little reach out with the left hand. Of course, if it went forward into a Hawke's Bay player, no, backwards definitely. So taken back, and another opportunity off a scrum attack that has been going very well for Hawke's Bay.
Good little passage play there from Kirina Holo again to disrupt that ball. But you see Bosia and Jacob in the background with another couple of Taranaki jerseys. They're fighting hard for everything here, Taranaki. There's a great opportunity for Hawke's Bay.
Hawke's Bay, their first ever grand final. They were under pressure early on, conceded those 2 tries, but now coming back very strongly towards the end of the first half.
There's a lot of talk from TNT here in attack. Got Jane Lowe on the inside. Hutchie's out the back at the moment. They're going to have options. I expect them maybe to test that 10 channel where Jacob is, and the Hall just outside him.
Another challenge coming up for the Taranaki defence. They've withstood a lot in the second quarter of this game.
Keep those feet up. Keep that bind up.
See,
Feet up,
it's a pretty good spread. Maybe the third quarter so prolific, but keen to start well and finish well, Hawke's Bay.
Crouch!
A big moment now as we near half-time. The first 30 absolutely flown by. Trying to advance the scrum. Now it starts to move forward. Webber sends it away to Lowe. The quick pass, McClutchy. Greg. Grindley tried to rip the ball off him, but it's there again. And here's Sam Smith driving for the line. He's just short.
Hands away!
Coming for Hawke's Bay. Thompson sends it away on his left. Flanders is there, can't get it down.
There it is.
Ball available. Taranaki defending their line again. Webber swings the pass away. Smith having a go. They rolled him onto his back and held him up, but it's a penalty.
No advantage, just wait. Yeah. Tom, penalty here for offside or one back over where the scrum was? Penalty over here or over there?
Well, essentially take the kick right out in front or go back to the maul.
All right.
Kane, would you?
Here.
How strong that scrum was. Midfield scrum, so hard to defend from. And it looks like they've gone for it.
Option C, which you hadn't quite got around to mentioning, the scrum in midfield.
Well, the scrum was outstanding to get the penalty in the first place, and all sorts of chaos ensued from it. You can still see plenty of Taranaki players down on their knees after this one was held up. The defence is really starting to sap them. Now, in terms of midfield scrum being hard to defend, it is hard to defend if you strike off of it. And the number 9, the halfback, you can talk more about it, Bossy, is real key to this defence. But if they're just going to scrum for penalties, what are you really looking for off the back of that?
Yeah, and I'd be different. I'd expect you to be calling the scrum and me to go to points here, but this will be interesting. They're coming to the right.
Flanders takes it off the back, has a surge at the line. He stopped just short. Parsons over the ball. One off. Again, the defence holding. Thompson pops it up again. Look at the Stones. He's close to the goalposts. Thompson, he tries to burrow his way over, driving towards the line. They're getting so close here. Hawke's Bay, stout defence from Taranaki. Players peeling off away to the left, but they're going to leave it. The balls are in. And it's Jeff Bridge who scores. Or is it Parsons? The two locks were together.
It really is outstanding work. It looks like Tom Parsons is the man that scored the try. Such an important score for Hawke's Bay too. Set piece is really starting to come right now in terms of earning chances, earning penalties, earning a real stable platform to strike. Now, they've gone over the line. Sam Smith might have gone over a couple of times. The second time was held up, but no, not to be denied this time. Hawke's Bay have leveled the scores.
Yeah, and it's those two men, Flanders and Parsons, that have been leading behind the front so much for Hawke's Bay. Flanders with the carry, and then Parsons taking that opportunist little spot that Taranaki just missed. Their body language is just starting to calm down a little bit.
Hawke's Bay take the lead. Yeah, Parsons with the try. It was actually Cridge. I saw the number 4 jersey. He was driving him over the line. But it was Parsons who had the ball. And now Hawke's Bay have the lead. 5 minutes to play in the first half, 14-12. Flanders led again by Dorna, this time not with quite so much force. Webber.
It's you, Zed.
getting himself the position for the pass back to Chase Tiatia. Sends a long left foot kick. Jacob sends it downfield, bouncing over the 22. And McClutchie. The kicking duel comes to an end. A few metres inside the half of Taranaki. In fact, a good 8 or 9 metres inside the half. That's a good kick from Lincoln McClutchie.
Well, 2 good kicks. The first one set that up. Jacob returns, and then an excellent second kick from Lincoln McClutchie. Exit very well, and you really sense that Hawke's Bay have warmed well into this. It was all Taranaki early, but for the last 15 minutes, Hawke's Bay really got back into it.
Slater asking a bit of Franklin there, had to reach right across for that, but he's got it. And Lennox clears it away straight to Rona, spinning in the tackle of Smith, put on the ground. Jacob quickly on, Grindley stepping nicely, running strongly and breaking clear. Mauna Grindley puts the kick ahead. Peter Fitter is after it. McClutchie goes back and scrambles it away into touch.
Another good kick under pressure as well, and what pressure they were under. Mauna Grindley, he scored the first try for Taranaki. He's been outstanding in his Blazer game. Great step, finds his way through, puts it on the boot. Now on the outside was Stephen Perofeta, but raging through the middle was Josh Jacob. And under all of that pressure, Lincoln McClutchie, good exit, but the pressure hasn't stopped.
Oh, that has not. It's going to keep coming here too with only 3 or 4 minutes. These are the minutes that win these finals.
Oh, can they find a way to claim back the lead? Oh no, Peter Gosua-Kula couldn't handle it. Now racing away with it is Jonah Lowe. Floats the pass over the top to Visinia. The fend on Ratumaitavuki Neatkins. Eventually stopped by Jacob. That's a good cover tackle. But Hawke's Bay now with the momentum. And McClutchie decides to kick. He doesn't want that to go too far. It does. So Taranaki are going to get one last shot at it. Way back downfield where the kick was taken.
This break reminded me of only about 10 minutes ago down the left-hand side, and that set up a multitude of phases with Hawke's Bay regain the lead from. But this kick, they'll take it all the way back to where he just kicked that from, just slightly too far. And Taranaki, well, there's 2 minutes left. A couple of positions could come out of it, but it looks like Taranaki could end this half with possession.
Well, the halftime entertainment getting ready. We're going to have a mascot race. Mascots from around the NPC, but at the moment all eyes out on the middle. Adam Lennox feeds the scrum, and he'll take it away to the right. Grindley again. Bad shot coming in there. Jacob saw Kula clattering into the defence. Sam Smith managing to stop him. Big roar going up from the crowd. A work play away to the right. Jacob is there trying to slide through. The offload squirts out over the touchline. And it came off a Hawke's Bay hand, and so it will be a Taranaki scrum feed.
Oh, they could be in trouble with this come off a Hawke's Bay hand. Did he have a throw at it? Is that Tiatia Kane?
Let's go, boys.
Nothing's getting to security here at Taranaki over the far side. Well done.
Crouch!
Just 4 penalties in the game so far.
Sit!
Taranaki trying to win one at scrum time and getting one. So they can throw everything at this. Jacob sends it wide. Grindley goes to ground, the pick and go from Florence. Lovely offload away to Bosia. Storming run from the Taranaki captain. Great opportunity before the half now to get the lead back. Peter Gosua-Kula smashing into the tackle. Now Slater.
Step back.
He stopped just a few metres short of the line. Florence wanting it. Here is Florence coming out at him, making the tackle. Was Tia, but he was offside. Suakula, they can throw everything at this because they're under penalty advantage. Kininohulu.
Tackle release.
Well, some heavy contact in this game now. As the intensity levels lift as we approach half-time, but here's a chance now. Taranaki a gift 3 if they want it to take the lead into the break.
It's an outstanding half, outstanding game so far. 2 premium teams fighting for the NPC final.
Shot call.
And they will take the shot. They should go into half-time with the lead. This is where it started a little bit earlier. Florence, little offload through it, has featured in this final so far from Taranaki. Offloads have been outstanding. So too has Kalen Boshier. His kick pressure has charged down a little bit earlier. A couple of turnovers. Tiriga Suakula, get out the way, son. But outstanding work from Kalen Boshier, outstanding work from Taranaki.
Yeah, what a half this has been. And just before we go to the half, Josh Kaifa, who had gone off with HIA, has passed and has returned to the field. So Sam Smith has gone back to the bench and Josh Kaifa has returned.
Well, it's another Josh Jacob with a chance to put Taranaki ahead at the break. And he has done it. Well, the home team started well and they finished well, but in the intervening time, Hawke's Bay did enough to put this game on a knife edge. Just 1 point in it at the break. The Bunnings NPC final for 2023, Taranaki 15, Hawke's Bay 14.
Game on our hands here. 15 plays 14 in the NPC final. Taranaki leading Hawke's Bay at half-time. I can tell you the Swamp Foxes just won the mascot race too. We'll get to that a little later, but what a first start for rugby in this final. Chelsea Semper with me. Chelsea, a great start from Taranaki, particularly the assist from their first 5/8, Josh Jacob. We talked about him. He's been massive.
Yeah, it looked to be all Taranaki in the first kind of 10-15 minutes, didn't it? This young guy, Jacob, just looks to have so much time in his hands. See the way he offloaded that in the tackle. Finished off there by Meihan, who's also had an outstanding game. And then again here, Mackie with all the ball in hand. This is Daniel Rona scoring his first try of the game. Again, Jacob with the assist, just holding the ball up enough, knowing when to give the pass, and a great finish in the corner, Daniel Rona.
Sun on their backs, 13,500 behind them, but Hawke's Bay, Chelsea, they played some territory. They ground down this wonderful Taranaki defence, and eventually, big man, one-on-one, Lolangi Visinia, too big, too strong.
Yeah, they needed this, Hawke's Bay. They strung together a whole lot of phases. Taranaki held them out, but at the end of the day, just too much time on defence for Naki. They got grounded down, and again, back-to-back tries for the captain here of Hawke's Bay, Parsons, allowed Hawke's Bay to take the lead in the first half.
Yeah, they had the lead up until the final kick of that game in the first half. Josh Jacob, 15 points to 14, Taranaki in front. We'll take a look at the stats. Very, very close in that area, but it is Taranaki. We're having to do a power of defence, almost 3 times as, or twice as many tackles, Chelsea. It really is testing the Taranaki D, and Hawke's Bay are finding a way through.
Yeah, Taranaki D has actually been really impressive. They seem really composed on D. They just hold, connect, they don't rush forward. But when you're stringing together that many phases, this Hawke's Bay team have just been able to grind them down, slowly make meters towards the Taranaki goal line. That's how they've scored their tries. That's how they've got on top.
And we'll take a look. What has impressed you about it? Some try-saving tackles in the corner, but they're spreading well too, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, Naki. They're covering well. They're getting up, charging down kicks. You know, they're putting in a lot of effort on D, but they just need to get ball in hand, because a lot of D, I'm seeing a lot of hands on knees as well from this Taranaki team, and I just wonder going into halftime how much defending for those long periods of time are going to take its toll on this team in the heat in a pressure situation like this.
Yeah, the bench will play a huge part. So too this man, he's having a good game. Devon Flanders, we talked about it in the pre-game, 11 tackles, hasn't missed one, and his post-contact meters have been good too.
Well, he's the type of guy Hawke's Bay needs to stand up and impress today. His leadership around the field's impressive. He gets through a ton of work, a lot of the unseen work as well, Devon Flanders. He allows the guys around him to shine. So we're going to need another huge second half from him.
How big are these benches going to be be in the second 40, Chelsea?
They're going to be huge. Like I said, it's been a fast-paced game, a lot of defending, especially from the Taranaki boys. So that's going to come into a lot of fatigue. The bench is going to have to come on and close out the game.
Taranaki with their noses in front by 1 here in the NPC final. Fantastic occasion, great crowd. Can they kick on in the second half here at Yarrow Stadium? Back on the other side.
As we start the second half, Hawke's Bay have won 5 of 6 games this season when trailing at half-time. Haven't won here, though, since 1972. So recent history encouraging. Longer history, perhaps not so. But what a first half it has been. Taranaki, a penalty to take back the lead just before half-time. 15-14. But Hawke's Bay showing their quality to get back after a bad start. Tyrone Thompson flicks the ball out the back, a little untidy. Ollie Sapsford is there. Not too many opportunities for him so far this afternoon. And you know, Mikaeli Tu'u setting it up. They'll take it to the left. Bodhi Rakete Stones.
Let's use it.
Brad Weber gets set to pump one up. Challenging kick. And Jacob, well, he just never quite got to it, did he? Ball spills away on the Hawke's Bay side. Greg moving it on. Vesemir tries a kick downfield. Cannons away off Daniel Rona. And so they'll come back for the knock-on by Josh Jacob.
First half was great at half-time. Obviously, both teams, a couple of things to fix. Really looking forward to the second half. Jacob has been strong all year.
Here we go.
Excellent in the first half and setting up the first try. Brad Weber, he's important to Hawke's Bay. 50th game today, surpassing his father on 49 games for Hawke's Bay.
I can tell you also, just in case you're interested, the half-time race of the mascots turned into something like a demolition derby. It became very violent, but at the end of it all, the Swamp Foxes won it. Thames Valley, take a bow.
Sit.
And a celebratory set of press-ups from the Swamp Foxes. I can tell you it was something more out of the Colosseum in about 50 BC. They're going down in all directions.
Nothing like the Heartland mascots getting their moment and skiting about it like that.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Hawke's Bay defeat the scrum and a scrum penalty.
Thin shoulders.
Yeah, Chase Tia quickly in to congratulate the forwards, because this gives them a chance to get the ball deep in opposition territory for the first time in the second half. Lincoln McClutchie sends it down just inside the 22.
They had plenty of issues at scrum time, plenty of resets too. I saw referee Angus Maybe before the game. He said, "Are you going to be nice to us?" I said, "It depends how the scrum reset situation goes, Angus." So I love that we've gone to penalties now. Get the game flowing, because it has been a great final. But the only blight, just a couple of scrum resets really stopping the flow of the game. But Hawke's Bay have the ball. Lineout's been going good. See what they've cooked up.
Parsons with the call in the middle. They go to Cridge. Boshier. The ball's been ripped away, and Brad Slater slams it down towards halfway. Gets a nice bounce as well. Well, how about that from Bradley Slater? He's been very lively in the first half,
New ball.
showing a bit of all-round game.
Boys, it's a new ball. It's a different ball.
In terms of tactically, let's not forget, Hawke's Bay lost the ball in a similar fashion inside the 22. Then in that halfway, it just spat out the back. Actually, there might have been Taranaki in the first half. So more needs to fix up for Hawke's Bay. Losing possession there was really costly.
Thompson with the throw. Lord got sent up to challenge and almost snaffled by his locking partner, Tom Franklin, but it was knocked forward. He couldn't quite bring it under control. So they go from a line out to a scrum.
I think this will suit Hawke's Bay early on in the second half. They do have dominance here, and they'll start this arm wrestle early, playing into wind. Obviously, you'll see their kick tactics have changed. They'll be going a lot more to the air with Weber. There's a couple of phases ago, but at the moment they're set wide left. McClutchy's got low on his inside. It'll be interesting to see if they go wider up the middle.
Weber swings it away low at first receiver. McClutchy now. Greg charging onto it. Really good tackle made by Ratu Maitavuki-Neepkins, although he was able to get back to his feet and go again. There comes Hawke's Bay. Parsons. Now the crash ball from Pody Rakiti Stones in midfield. Parsons again out the back door to McClutchy. Hanging on to it. He had Vissinia there with him. Takes it inside the 22. Now Flanders. There for Weber. Greg again. He's like a cannonball. Ball almost ripped away, but it came back. And so retained by Hawke's Bay. Really starting to press now, Flanders. Trying to get between two would-be tacklers. Straight ahead goes Chase Tiatia. Weber, Cridge away to his left, so he goes to the right, Thompson. Slater making the tackle on him. Might have been stolen here. It has some more great work at the breakdown, and Bradley Slater in the thick of it again.
Interesting, the penalty is for entry. I thought entry the other way wasn't that flash either. We might have a chance to have a look at it, but good pressure from Hawke's Bay. I did think in the first half their launches through their backs off scrum and off line out didn't look that great. Lacked a little bit of flow, but this will be worrying for them. Tyrone Thompson has stayed down.
And he's been strong, he has carried strong, but as you mentioned in the first half, both those cleaners there going off their feet a little bit slow and not protecting that ball. It's an area Hawke's Bay struggled with in that first half game, and doesn't look like they've addressed it quite yet in the second half.
Yeah, you could see the tackle was shoulder on shoulder. Tyrone Thompson dipped into it a little bit, so that's where the issues came from. And it's 50-50 on the entry from Kalen Bosch here.
He was the guy disrupted, but let's have a look at what lies ahead later on from Sky Stadium in Wellington. The Black Ferns against France make their entry in the WXV, this wonderful new women's rugby competition, and then we can get up for it tomorrow morning and watch South Africa and England at Stade de France in Paris fight for the right to play the All Blacks in the World Cup final next Sunday in Paris.
We have had a substitution here. Tyrone Thompson's come off. And Riku Katali's come on. Not a bad substitute come on. I think they're saying it's an HIA. We'll get confirmation on that. Look more like a shoulder, but technicality might be an HIA.
It'll be Jacob Devery coming on for Hawke's Bay.
No, that's not an HIA. It's straight substitution, sorry. Devery, not Riccatelli. Quite rightly.
Brad Slater to throw the ball. 51st for Taranaki, a mere 131 games short of the mark. Set by his father, Andy. Finds Franklin. What an asset he has been for Taranaki this year. Coming back towards the end of his career to play in the amber and black.
That's once.
Slater.
That's used.
Under control. Lennox. Straight to Rona. And now Jacob senses a chance to open them up. Gets the pass away. It's a beauty to Penofeta. On the inside. Rona. Oh, what a try. What a great try. Alan Lennox.
Outstanding from Taranaki. Hawke's Bay have had the first 8 minutes of possession. And then from a maul on halfway, Taranaki gets set alight. There's a little bit of a bobble in the hands from Jacob just as it went out the back. Catches it, spots a little bit of a gap, puts the foot down. Perofeta, nice step back on the inside, then the support from Rona, and then Adam Lennox under the post. That will be so important in the wash-up of this game for Taranaki.
Oh, and if you look at Jacob here, he gets it on the outside and he burns Tiatia, he couldn't hold him, but the offload as well. Perofeta with the patience, and then Lennox has come from miles away, as all good nines. What he's shown all season, and my, this man's a finisher. Tiny on the spot, Adam Lennox gets another try.
Well, what an exciting combination they have been. Jacob was the man who really opened them up initially, and he adds the extra points. Taranaki lead it by 22 to 14. All important first points in the second half.
Yeah, well, we saw right before half-time they took the lead. This one will be tough as well. Hawke's Bay clawed their way back from the 2 quick tries from Taranaki in the first half, and they have another job in front of them to claw their way back into the game here.
McClutchy sends it high down towards the 22, and Rona Sapsford got up and disrupted and forced the knock on. So Hawke's Bay playing under advantage. Flanders takes it to ground. It's there for Brad Weber. Playing his last game, so too Peter Gasor-Kula, who made that tackle last game before heading off overseas. Weber fires again. Rona, who's been rock solid in the middle of that Taranaki back line all season. Greg coming in a little closer this time. Cridge wanted to offload it, couldn't do so, but they're still plugging away. McClutchy now, nice ball away to Weber.
Leave it, 7!
He stopped 10 inside the 22. And now wheeling away with it is Chase Tiatia. So often the spark plug for this Hawke's Bay team. Rakete Stones. You can see Devery calling players away to the left. And here he is, the replacement hooker. Weber quickly in. Nice cutout ball to McClutchy, who's dragged down inside the 5. They have a go for the line, they're close. It was Weber having a snipe. Vissinia is there. Will try and drive their way over the line. And held up.
Goal line drop
Great defence, Taranaki.
Well, there's been a couple of moments
Hold up, goal line drop out.
that Taranaki close to the line have really stood up. This is the second time that Hawke's Bay have been held up over the line. Kirina Holo, a knockback and a tackle into touch on his corner. Outstanding work from Tom Franklin.
Tom Franklin take a bow. He looked like he was rolling over to place it, and the big man gets down and low. Jake ligaments there as well. Could be crucial. Goal line dropout now.
Tom Parsons it was, who was held up. Already one try in the game. It's the second time for the goal line dropout at the Taranaki end of the field. Tiatia hearing off downfield, just straight into the oncoming Taranaki defence. McClutchy quickly on low now, accelerating into contact. Grindley put him on the ground. See how quickly he got back to his feet. Now Cridge. Weber snaps it up. McClutchy. Mikaeli Tool.
Leave it.
Weber sends it away on the left now. Tiatia flung to the ground though by Tom Florence. Big roar from the crowd. He's one of their favourites. Affects a very good stop.
It's your own man.
Goes charging
Easy
into
boys,
the scrum.
gone.
Tangling with Rakete Stones. And now Greg just slipping. Tried to step back on the inside. Got into a bit of a tangle. Rakete Stones. Again, phases building for Hawke's Bay. Quickly through the hands. Mikaeli Tui. Jacob though solid on defence. Close to the touchline, but not out. Weber pops it up. Kaifa driving ahead. Coming again for Brad Weber. McClutchy takes it to the line. Sends a nice ball away. Rakete Stones. Greg! He stopped just short. Weber sends it away. Sets it all. Great spot defence, that time from Daniel Rona, but it's still there for Hawke's Bay. Rockety Stones with the offload. Through the hands it goes, and Cridge is in. Jeff Cridge the try, Hawke's Bay strike back again.
This is outstanding from Hawke's Bay. Many times in this game, they've had to build plenty of phases to get their chance. A couple of offloads led here. This one was key. Brad Weber got close to the line. Then they find themselves some space here. You thought if he just gave the pass a little bit earlier, they could have drawn and passed through, but it didn't matter. The offload came out, and this is important. Great work, Jeff Cridge on the board.
Oh, they don't get too many tries out wide, but Cridge deserves a great work from Rockety Stones there, and a great offload from low. Could have been a number of Hawke's Bay boys scoring it, but I like that change of direction. They'd been going wide to wide and then through the middle, just like the first half when they did a change of direction. They're causing trouble for Taranaki. I'd like to see Hawke's Bay do a bit more of that and really put pressure around that fringe defence.
Well, once again, Hawke's Bay conceding early points in the half. That's showing this marvellous character that they have exhibited all season. They have been comeback kings. 6 times they've trailed at half-time, 5 times they've won. Now the conversion. Can he land it? Oh, just in front. Dropping just a little short, so Taranaki, well, they still lead, but it's cut to 3. The try by Jeff Cridge, so both of the Hawke's Bay locks have scored in this final.
We have 2 substitutes, one each for Taranaki and Hawke's Bay. Prop number 3, Ruben O'Neill's come off for Michael Bent, and Nick Griggs come off at 13 for Hawke's Bay for Stacey Ely.
Jacob sends the restart down into the 22, and here is one of the new men, Stacey Ely.
Let's use it! Inside.
Weber just asking the question. They can put it in to touch on the full. And that's what he does, Brad Weber. What a tremendous player. What a great ambassador for the game this man has been, Brad Weber. Very articulate, not afraid to express his views, and a great supporter of the cause in Hawke's Bay after the devastating floods. He has done this jersey proud since returning to his home province, carrying on the family legacy.
Right, time's back on.
Potros has come on for Jacob for Taranaki.
Played a bobble ball, and it's been seized by Jacob Devery. While losing Thompson was a big blow, Devery certainly playing his part since coming on the field. Loose ball, Sapsford has to go back for it. Ratu Maitavuki Neepkins, whose, well, best plays in this game have been defensive ones, and now a steal at the ruck. Rona standing, Pedal Feta puts width on it. Here's a first touch for Potros, drops it onto the foot, drives them back inside the 22.
They love Potros around here. A big roar goes up when he touches the ball. We've seen often from Hawke's Bay, ball hitting the ground. A little bit of inaccuracy costing them at some times, and you're right, Jacob Ratu Maitavuki Neepkins, he hasn't been as prevalent with ball in hand. He hasn't really had a chance, but this time, this steal, great work from him.
Oh, ball ricocheting, and actually cannons forward off the head of one of the Hawke's Bay players.
I'll play the knock-off.
That's just a misread. You can see Jeff Cridge rushing forward, possibly to become the front lifter. All of a sudden on his rush forward, the ball's getting chucked at him. So either someone missed their lift or the cues were wrong throughout the week, but a bad mistake shall give Taranaki another chance.
Yeah, might have been looking to take a bit of pressure off the hooker. It was a nice ball by the look of it to attack that front, and he just turned away. A bit of miscommunication there. But now this will play into Hawke's Bay, maybe. Strong defence, strong scrum. Let's see what Taranaki can do from it, though.
Sit.
Will they pay for that line-out miscue? Hawke's Bay putting the pressure on. Now they clear it. Kini Naholo snapped up by Lynch. Potros Now here's Grindley, got them on the board in the first half, turns it back to Florence.
Guys, he's knocked that on. No advantage.
They come back, it's a penalty. Hawke's Bay were offside. So a chance to make it a 6-point lead as we approach the 3-quarter mark in the final.
Are you okay? "14 wide offside." What are we doing? What are we doing? Shot call.
Stephen Perofeta takes over the goal-kicking duties, takes it back just beyond the 22 to improve the angle. It's a great turnout here. They'll love it if he can knock this over, just to stretch that lead out. To say every available ticket for this final was sold. Just listen for the roar if this goes over. Stephen Perofeta. Oh, he's hooked it away to the left.
22.
No, it's not a roar, a groan of disappointment, and the margin remains at 3 changes, Bossy.
Oh, I know, so close it was, but a whisker, and we have 2 more subs coming on here. Tom Farrell's coming on for Toru-Rakiti Stones, who's had a great game, and now Riccatelli gets on for number 2, Bradley Slater for Taranaki. We also have, I think, Michael Loftus either just standing by or might have come on as well.
Are we all clear?
No, he has come on.
Okay, we need a ball too.
And he's come on for Tom Franklin.
Okay. Time's off, yeah. All right, time's going back on. Stay behind the line.
Clutchy sends it down over halfway. Maholo had to have a couple of goes at it. Peter Gus on the charge, but Kaipa, he was off the field for a while in the first half. Solid in defence. Potros takes a knee and then sends it, not a very good pass away, but Perofeta, he does well. Didn't snatch at it. He just bought himself a little bit of time for support to arrive. Now Lord. Lennox sends it back inside the 22 and Potros and just bashes it downfield. McClutchy waiting for it. Tops it up off the ground. Visinia just goes hard right at them. And Rona is there to meet him, but it's good ball for Weber. Lowe, he's popping up all over the place now. Ely, nice ball on the inside to Sapsford.
No.
Weber now. Florence looked interested, but had to bail out. Weber again. McClutchy. Hawke's Bay asking questions again. McClutchy quickly on Ely. Visinia slips past the tackle of Kini Naholo, but can't get past Ricky Riccatelli. Now punching onto it hard was Farrell. A bit of a star turn off the bench, but he might have lost this. He has. The ball was hacked away by a Taranaki player, and it's been regained by Hawke's Bay, but then a little knock on. Brad Weber of all people, I think. So we've got an opportunity while the scrum forms. Bryn Evans, former All Black from the Hawke's Bay coaching staff, is about to join us. Well, Bryn, thanks for joining us, mate. It's very tight here. Your team keeps coming back. What's the key in the last quarter of this game?
Yeah, we just got to stay in it, you know, keep hold of the ball and exit on our terms so we get the chance.
They're showing so much character because Hawke's Bay, Taranaki had started both halves really well.
Yeah, and we knew that was going to happen. They're a great side. They attack from everywhere. We just have to be on at every opportunity.
Still wish you were playing, mate?
Oh, get me on there.
Thanks, Bryn.
Cheers, mate.
Well, he's a coach who can put himself on, but we have Sam Smith who has come on for Josh Khalifa at 7 for Hawke's Bay.
Ball squirted
Loose
out.
ball, the back picked up by Lennox, and makes a great run from the base of a scrum that was threatening to fall apart. Riccatelli caught behind the advantage line. Now Lennox pass away Pedal-Feta, and again the tactic is to kick deep. Force Hawke's Bay to come back at them, and Vissinia, who all afternoon has just lined them up and charged at them from deep. Good bring back from Vissinia. Satsford now quickly through the hands, falls into the hands of Michele too. I think some of the crowd thought it might have drifted forward. The referee satisfied it hadn't. Play right in the middle of the field here as they go back to the left, and Stacey Ely. Just 3 points in it. 17 minutes to play in the 2023 Bunnings NPC final.
Let's use it.
Coming for Webber, does ask the question, when will we see Folau Fakatava injected into the game? Potros takes it on his chest, calls for the mark, takes the tap, and again the tactic is to kick it away downfield, or almost a brilliant kick. Well, the crowd thought it was out. McClutchy though had done enough to keep it in place, certainly sold it well to the man with the flag. Hawke's Bay in possession, the offload Michele too. Now a bit of space for Satsford, boots it away downfield, but Potros sits up nicely for him. Flings it across field to Stephen Pedal-Feta, goes looking for a gap. Webber made the tackle, and Lennox is in to clear it. What a great pass. Kenny Naholo managing to get away from the oncoming players and go again and get the offload away. Rona, well, the tactic is to boot it away downfield. If he gets a good bounce, it could be a 50-22. Rolls into the end goal. Oh, yeah, in the end, they decided to put it down for a dropout from the goal line. That could have got very hairy on them.
9, 4 and 3, White, Fred.
Now, this is the moment earlier where the crowd went wild. Tough to see from the angle, but outstanding skill, and it looks like Bossy, Brad Webber.
Brad Webber, what a match he's had so far, and potentially most likely his last game for Hawke's Bay, and quite deservedly the crowd are clapping him. Joel Hintz is clapping for himself there as well. But Fakatava's come on for Brad Webber, Frank Lahore at 19's come on for Jeff Cridge, and Upper Katoa's come on for Joel Hintz.
Well, the two half-centurions, Webber and Hintz, leave the field. Here's Peter Gasoakula charging into the tackle of Sam Smith. One last big game from him.
Backwards.
Well, Chase Tiatia got through to this ruck, but they've still got the ball. Now Hall takes it to ground. Coming for Taranaki. Potros, Riccatelli. Coming hard at him was Joe Apikotoa,
Down is good.
who not that long ago was in France with the Tongan World Cup team.
No ruck, it was good.
Ripped away in there. It was 50-50 ball. Peter Gasoakula has secured it. Now Potros, little kick off the side of the boot over the top. Lowe takes it quickly. Off goes Jonah Lowe. Ran into the solid form of Michael Bent. I can tell he was up milking cows at 6 o'clock this morning.
Out 16.
Veteran former Irish test prop on the field. Folau Fakatava, his first touch. Sends the kick down, Potros. Decides to run, beats the first. Tries to step away from the second, does so. Dragged down on halfway, but drives ahead. Lennox sends it away. Suakula, Boschia. Referees playing advantage. They were offside.
Never back.
Well, every penalty is going to be important now. And this one, Taranaki, maybe a shot, maybe a kick for the line, but a definite chance to score some points.
Shot called.
They're taking the points. They does have the win behind him. And Perofeta back himself to kick it from here. We have had another substitution. Hayden Bidwell-Coitus for Taranaki has come at 19 for Josh Lord.
The injection of Hayden Bidwell-Coitus has been very good. His clean-outs have been outstanding since he came on. So too is Sam Smith, number 20. He came on a little bit earlier, injury cover or HIA for Josh Kaifa. Got over the line a couple of times. He's come back on too. Might have found his way offside. Stephen Perofeta hooked that one a little bit earlier. This time with a way better angle, but just so much further out.
Yeah, we're talking 47 metres here. This for a 6-point lead with 13 to play. Every point now is precious. Good, long, hard look at those posts. Stephen Perofeta, distance is good, but it's away to the left.
22.
So a couple of misses off the tee since taking over from Josh Jacob, and Taranaki unable to extend their lead.
Time's off.
As we say that, there's two more stubs. Logan Crowley there coming on for Adam Lennox, who had a great game at 9. And Veronike Takoi Solomon at 23 has come on for Kenin Holo, who's done well to last so long in this match.
Time's going to go back on. Time back on. Let's go.
Well,
Yep, good to go.
Made a great defensive play in the first half. It's his biggest contribution. Now Peter got so cool. Boom.
Tackle release.
Potros takes it to the line and then sends it away to Ben. Good strong carry from the veteran. Locke sends it away. Now Boshier put on the ground just short of the 10-metre mark. Reaching in is Crowley. A good carry, getting value off their bench. Taranaki, Riccatelli, talking of which. Crowley, oh, now this time though it's been lost by Michael Bent.
Well, 2 out of 3 carries were very good. Got plenty of meters. That one was just slightly dipping as it made its way to Michael Bent's hand and dropped it. You can see the territory in the second half. Bay of Plenty, the Bay, Hawke's Bay, have been winning that one. Tackles that Taranaki have had to put in this game, 177 to 81. You wouldn't have thought that in the first 20 minutes of the game. It's been an outstanding final between two quality sides. Lincoln McClutchy, he's really grown into the game, and you can see Bilal Fakatava, ball in hand, excitement machine for the last 10 minutes.
Taranaki again trying to power it up at scrum time, but they get it away to Chase Tiatia. Visinia quickly through the hands. Sapsford takes play almost to the 10. Fakatava quickly away with it. Penalty.
He's on the board.
Penalty at the breakdown. Taranaki. Well, it's Michael Loft who's getting the pats. And so Taranaki survive another challenge and they can get play down into opposition territory. That hasn't found touch though. That's a big miss in a final. Visinia sends a towering kick back down to Perofeta. And this time he tries to dink one across towards the far side. McClutchy, nicely balanced, took it close to the touchline. Potros hoofs it away down towards the 22. Sapsford is there, takes it on the fly. Goes looking for an angle. He might have found one here too. No, it's going to sit up. Jacob Rapumaitavuki Neepkins. And Perofeta Well, doesn't find touch this time either. Vissinia.
Run 5.
He's going to pass or he's going to charge. Straight to Hayden Bedwell-Curtis. Scrambled away Flanders. Is he the man to break them open? Fakatava has a little dab. So dangerous around the fringe, and they struggle to get him to the ground just short of the 22.
No.
Through the hands, McClutchy. Tia floats one over the top to Lowe. Gets away from Tikoi Solomone and into the 22. They'll need someone to clear it. Here it comes. Parsons. Bent making the tackle. Fakatava. McClutchy to the line. Oh, more solid defence from Taranaki. That time it was Bedwell-Curtis with the stop. Ball on the ground, again contesting it, but Hawke's Bay have it. Fakatava. Down is it, Boshier. Well, play carries on. Hawke's Bay, Ely runs hard at the defensive line. The goal line and a lead, just 15 metres away. Into the last 8 minutes of the game. Fakatava sends it away. McClutchy, Tia. Real concern about the injured Taranaki player. I think it's Boshier. Mikaeli Tu'u can't find a way through. Fakatava spinning as he takes the ball as McClutchy. Fakatava. They work it towards the line. Hawke's Bay desperately trying to grab the lead late in the final. Mikaeli Tu'u. Florence trying to hold him up. Now has to let him go. Goal line 5 metres away. Knock on. Well, big roar from the crowd. Tom Parsons saw it opening up in front of him, but left the ball behind.
What's that?
Now, there'll be some real concern for Kalen Boshier.
I need to call time off.
Now,
okay, thank you.
There's a couple of moments in this game, especially from the side of penalties. Now, there's 2 points to bring up from it. One, I love that the referees are going this way at the moment. Low penalties conceded. Of course, the teams have to go with that as well. They have to cooperate with that as well. But that big passage of play that put Taranaki under so much pressure came from a missed kick to the sideline from Taranaki. Also, they've had 2 missed penalty conversions as well. Now, Kalen Boshier, that's where he got his injury, and from that, because he stayed down and has hardly moved from then, obviously back on his feet now, he will not play a part in this game for the last 6 minutes.
A sickening head clash with Nick Grigg.
Oh, that was a terrible one. He does look groggy. He stayed down for a while, but he's coming off to applause. Thank goodness he was a little bit high in the tackle, so thank goodness it wasn't a penalty against themselves. As he come off, there's also Caleb Marketing who's come on for Vissinia at 15 for Hawke's Bay.
This will be a worry for Taranaki fans watching Kalen Boshier come off.
Here we go.
It's a lot of the work that a lot of us maybe don't highlight that keep Taranaki ticking over, the work at line-out time, maul time, but also his work over the ball. He's earned about 3 turnovers so far this game. He is very good.
You can see Bradley Slater packing down on the side of the scrum. He's done that a bit this season. Hawke's Bay power up at scrum time. Ball squirts out, all cleverly dealt with by Crowley. Potros floating the pass over the top. Hawke's Bay looking to break out. Sorry, Taranaki looking to break out through Tikoi Solomone. Potros. And they're running a risk playing with the ball inside their own 22 against this Hawke's Bay team. Just over 5 to play, and only 3 points in it.
Oh, here you go.
Back they go. Potros will look for the safety of the touchline and sends it over into the construction site. Good man to have coming on late in the game, Jason Potros, experienced campaigner. Steady hand, capable. Just occasionally pulling something out of the ordinary. Devery. Oh, it's a loose throw. McClutchy couldn't grab it. Well, Riccatelli's frustrated because he didn't get it, but it will be a scrum feed for Taranaki. Not the right time for the line out to malfunction.
No, it wasn't. And if you see Donald Brighouse at 17 for Taranaki, just cleaning up off the back, he's just come on for Jared Prophet.
Donald Brighouse, another experienced campaigner. It's a time for cool heads under such pressure. 4.5 minutes to go in the season. It's still anyone's, but it's still Taranaki in front.
In terms of the resets that have been plaguing the game so far, this is where referees really need to be onto it. In the last 5 minutes of a game where we need these to stay up.
Hawke's Bay with a big shove. Pressure at the back. Crowley's been wrapped up, held up off the deck. And they've ripped it away, Hawke's Bay.
Release down, tackle!
Parsons has got it and he's taken it away. So here's the chance now. Mick Early too. Frees it up for Low. Heads back in field. The supporters there. Fakatava. Now Flanders. Just out from the 22, Hawke's Bay. Frank Lahore with the carry. Now the switch back to the right. And Parsons. Oh, it's been stripped away. That's great work from Bedwood Curtis. And now they spin it. Brindley, lovely ball on the inside to Pedal Fetard. Oh, couldn't quite hook up with Ratu Maitavuki Neepkins. Scrambles it away, gets a shove in the back as he heads back for the ball, which the crowd don't like. Referee happy to wave it on. Bent again with a strong carry. Now it's Taranaki looking for the points to put the final out of reach. Space for Ratu Maitavuki Neepkins, but he puts the kick into touch.
How good is this finish? A couple of turnovers from both teams, but not from handling errors, from both teams earning it at ruck time or stripping the ball off. This is great from Hayden Bedwell-Curtis. He's been really active since he came on. Really good substitution from Taranaki, and you thought they were going to break away here, but very good defense from Hawke's Bay as well.
Oh, this tackle from Stacey Early keeps him in the match earlier. He could have been gone, it could have been match over, but Stacey Early is playing a good hand off the bench. Now, I would have liked to see Tavuki Neepkins hold on to that. Only a couple of minutes to play, but it gives the ball back to Hawke's Bay. 3 minutes to go, and it's anybody's game here at Yarrow Stadium.
Yeah, I guess just overwhelmed by a sense that we get a try here, the final's ours. And so we put the kick in. It's gone into touch now. Hawke's Bay will need to secure the line out.
Mitch Graham, former Chiefs prop, supporting his team.
The crowd now roaring their support. 2.5 minutes away from their second title. Driving Hawke's Bay towards the touchline, but they free it up. Tia goes hard into contact there for Fakatava. Mikaeli too can't get past Runa, who's been terrific again in that Hawke's Bay midfield. Api Kotoa dealt with by Bent. Flanders. Big chant of defence going up from the Taranaki crowd. Markini now. Have they got one last big play, one more comeback win in them this season? Hawke's Bay, remember they have never won the NPC. They've never won the big one, and they haven't won here since 1972. They're 60 metres away from it, and they've got 90 seconds to do it. McClutchy sends it on. Tia trying to wriggle away from the tackle was Caleb Markini. Exhausting stuff. Mick Early too into contact. Huge counter ruck there from Hayden Bedwell-Curtis. Players on the ground, knock on.
Knock on. You won it.
It's actually a Taranaki knock on, so Hawke's Bay are going to get the scrum feed.
You worry about your job, I worry about mine.
Oh, and I thought they got away with one there earlier. You can see TNT questioning it. But that one there almost from the side, Kane Hames.
Oh, Bedwell-Curtis, seriously. If Taranaki get this result, rewind the tape and only watch the number 19 jersey of Bedwell-Curtis from when he comes on. Those two have been good too. Tom Franklin, Josh Lord, all second rowers for Taranaki. Outstanding this game. Such a huge effect on the result.
Well, remember the rip earlier, and now the counter ruck to disrupt. Well, some clowns run onto the field. He's wearing a Taranaki jersey, and the Taranaki players are telling him, would you get out of here, you idiot.
Give me a straight picture. The ball's been coming out. I understand what you're saying. Okay, here we go. Time will go back on when we're set.
So into the last minute, they're going to get one last shot at it. The weight of history against them, Hawke's Bay. But there's still a shot. Can they steal it?
Coach! Bye!
Or can Taranaki hold on?
Sit!
Big scrum from Taranaki, destroys them, and that's the ball game. Surely. They're celebrating like it is.
Well, they know it as the clock ticks down for its final 5 seconds.
He's got to tap it first.
Time is up. They just have to tap it and get it out. And the title is theirs.
First and kick it out, it'll be time.
Well, Pedal Feta sends it into touch. Taranaki, the champions of the 2023 Bunnings NPC. And what jubilant scenes we have here. Well, the crowd are invading the pitch. Absolute mayhem here. In the middle of that, 23 absolutely jubilant Taranaki players and 23 despondent Hawke's Bay players. What a final it has been. Be difficult to get some of the players out of that. Security's had an absolute blinder here this afternoon, but Josh Lord, we've managed to grab him out of the melee, and he's standing by. Let's get his thoughts. Josh Lord from Taranaki, the champions.
Josh, it looked like you enjoyed yourself on the mosh pit there, celebrating the victory.
Yeah, no, it's pretty incredible. We got great fans here, so to share the moment with them, it's pretty special. So, yeah.
Yourself, you played a big role today, but the team, they really pulled it through, didn't they?
Yeah, this is a 23-man performance today. Not just the 23, but everyone, the crowd, the management, everyone, that was for them.
And what does it mean? Look at the crowd, look at them around here. This is just awesome for Taranaki and New Plymouth, isn't it?
Yeah, it's special. It's a special place, Taranaki, and this one was definitely for them.
Hopefully there'll be a big celebrations tonight. I'll let you go and celebrate with the team. One last thing you'd like to say to the fans, to family at home and everyone in New Zealand?
Thank you very much for your support this year and coming out today. It's bloody special for us, so yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Well done, enjoy, celebrate.
Well, there was nothing much in it at the end. 3 points. Taranaki got off to a flying start in the first half, but Kane Hames, the way Hawke's Bay kept coming back at them, just made for a great final.
It did, and it just showed the tenacity that Hawke's Bay have. No team has won 5 away games since the 90s. And Hawke's Bay, well, they came really close.
Well, we've managed to extricate all of the players and the officials, and we're all set to go. Time for the presentation. Let's go down to the sideline and Jeff McTainch.
Thank you, TJ. Kia ora tātou, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the official presentation of the Bunnings NPC Trophy for 2023. Firstly, how about a round of applause for the Hawke's Bay Magpies and your Taranaki Bulls? Sensational crowd today. Give yourselves a pat on the back for being here. I'd like to acknowledge our competition sponsors, Adidas, Bunnings Warehouse, and our broadcast partner, Sky Television. Without you, this competition just would not be possible. I'd like to welcome our dignitaries here this afternoon, Dame Farah Palmer, New Zealand Rugby, Jodie Rayner, Bunnings Warehouse, New Plymouth, and I'd like Jodie to step forward and say a few words.
Firstly, congratulations to your 2023 NPC champions, the Taranaki Bulls. Well done, boys. On behalf of the entire Bunnings team, we'd like to say well done on what was a hard-fought match. And to Hawke's Bay and the Taranaki regions, you did so proud. You led with teamwork, commitment and resilience today, and we'd just like to once again say thank you from Bunnings on what was an amazing season. Once again, well done, and we're looking forward to what New Zealand Rugby has for the next year.
Thank you, Jodie. Well, we wouldn't have a game, we just simply wouldn't, without our wonderful match officials. And again, this afternoon, they were fantastic in what was, I'm sure you'll all agree, a tense final between Taranaki and Hawke's Bay. I'd like to welcome forward our referee this afternoon, Angus Maybe, assistant Stu Curran, Mike Winter, and Aaron Patterson to receive their medals. I'd like to welcome forward the other side of it this afternoon. There has to be a loser. They tried their hearts out. Fantastic performance. Round of applause for Hawke's Bay, please. Their captain, Tom Parsons, please step forward. Tom, not to be this afternoon. These are tough ones to take. What's going through your head after a wonderful game of rugby?
Yeah, firstly, just like to congratulate Taranaki on a good win. She was a really hard-fought battle. It was two pretty similar teams going hard at it, and it was who made the most mistakes probably came out on top. And just really proud of our boys, though, for what we've done throughout the season and come back. Been on the road for a long time now. And, yeah, she was a big effort out there, but just couldn't quite tick it off today.
You must have been proud. You kept coming back at them. They threw something. You guys rolled up your sleeves, came back. A wonderful Taranaki defence, but you broke through it on a few occasions with ease.
Yeah, the boys are willing to dig deep there, but we just gave away too many mistakes at times, and they capitalised on it. But yeah, they're a quality side, Taranaki. They've been right at the top all year, and when we profiled them this week, it was two similar teams going at it. It was who was going to make the most mistakes.
Your team's been through a lot over the last 4 weeks, being on the road, 5 just not quite getting there this afternoon. But what do you want to say to your fans back home? The Hawke's Bay region has done it tough the past 12 months. Been a special performance to your team this year.
Yeah, just want to thank them for the support we've had. We've been on the road the last 5 weeks, and there's been a lot of people travel to support us, and people watching back home, and we're trying to do something that we hadn't been done. We just couldn't quite tick it off, but thanks for the support all year. And yeah, big shout out to Hawke's Bay and all the fans back home. Yeah, we tried to do it for you, but couldn't quite get there.
Special man leaving the Hawke's Bay Rugby this afternoon, his final game. A note on Brad Weber and what he's meant to the union.
Yeah, Spud's been unreal. I'm really proud of him and what he's done to get 50 today. He ticks one more than his old man. So, yeah, we wish him all the best in France. He's going to be a big loss for New Zealand rugby. But yeah, enjoy it, and we're thankful for he played for Hawke's Bay.
Well done on a great campaign. Travel safely home.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Hawke's Bay, Tom Parsons, ladies and gentlemen. Time now to welcome up. Your skip took a bit of a knock at the end of that game. I'd like to welcome Logan Crowley forward on behalf of Taranaki. Logan Crowley, first game, straight back in, NPC final. Tell us how this one feels. These are the moments you play the game for.
Yeah, it's an awesome occasion. Boys put their hearts and souls into that the whole season. In that last 80 minutes, I think we have to put it down to our fans that got us home there, because it's a hell of a game. They've been awesome all season, and we're just chuffed to get the job done for the whole province, so awesome.
What do you say about this crowd? 13,000+, Saturday afternoon footy. It's like yesteryear. How good's this?
Yeah, hard to beat, man, hard to beat. Packed out the stadium, in front of the Homes fans, sun's shining. The Milkers, they were a bit gutted they couldn't get here, but they'll be right, they'll be cheering now. Nah, awesome, can't explain it, man. Awesome feeling.
What has been the difference with the squad this season, 1 through 23, the wider training group? What has been the key for this Taranaki side this year and backing up what you did in 214?
Well, I think it was, we came into the season with a clear mindset. Our coaches wanted a game plan that allowed us to attack, and I think we did that throughout the season. Got to give credit, like you said, to the whole squad, the boys that didn't get on today, the management, the medical staff have been awesome this year. We haven't had too many serious injuries, and I think that last 80 minutes, man, credit to everyone involved in this squad this year.
Well done, Logan. I'll let you go join your team, and I'll get Jody Rayner from Bunnings to hand the trophy over to Logan Crowley in Taranaki. So head up the front with your team there, Logan. Ladies and gentlemen, your NPC winners for 2023, Taranaki!